The Archaic period of Greek history, roughly spanning from 750 to 500 BC, marks one of the most dynamic and formative eras in the development of Greek civilization. It was during these 2.5 centuries that Greece evolved from a scattered landscape of tribal communities into a world of city-states, poleis, bound by shared language, religion, and emerging political ideals. This period laid the foundations for the cultural, political, and intellectual advancements of the Classical Age and remains a critical epoch for understanding ancient Greece's historical trajectory. Before the Archaic period, Greece experienced what historians refer to as the Greek Dark Age, circa 1100 to 750 BC, a time following the collapse of the Mycenaean palatial centers. This earlier period was marked by a significant decline in population, trade, literacy, and architectural development. The recovery that began around 800 BC signaled a shift toward renewed cultural and economic vitality. By 750 BC, evidence from archaeological sites, such as Lefkandi in Athens, reveals increasing complexity in settlement structures, funerary practices, and imported luxury goods, indicators of emerging social stratification and external contacts. It is from this burgeoning social and cultural landscape that Archaic Greece emerged. One of the defining features of the Archaic period was the development of the poleis, the Greek city-state. Unlike earlier tribal or palace-centered systems, the poleis was a community of citizens with shared institutions, often comprising a city and its surrounding countryside. The early Archaic period saw aristocratic clans dominate most Greek city-states. These elites controlled land, religious offices, and legal authority. However, growing economic complexity and social mobility challenged this dominance. In several poleis, ambitious individuals known as tyrants seized power, often with popular support against entrenched aristocracies. Despite the modern negative connotation, many tyrants enacted reforms that benefited common citizens, funded public works, and patronized the arts. The Archaic period also witnessed a revolution in warfare. The introduction of the hoplite, a heavily armed infantry soldier, transformed military tactics and social dynamics. Phalanx formation, hoplites fought in tightly packed ranks, emphasizing discipline and collective action. Citizen soldiers, unlike earlier warrior elites, hoplites were typically middle-class farmers who funded their own armor. Egalitarian implications, military service became a source of civic status, challenging aristocratic dominance and fostering participatory politics.